Hey everyone, it's Amy and welcome back to my channel, or first time welcome for those of you who are new. Hello! So first let's do a quick nail update. Yeah, this is what I'm working with right now. This is literally the second time in my entire life that I've gone and gotten my nails done, and it just happened to be 2 days before the entire world closed for business. So now I'm stuck with these chipped, gross looking nails, but I don't even know why I'm talking about it. Like, in the grand scheme of life, my nails are literally the least important or interesting thing that's happening on the planet right now. So I'm gonna stop talking about that. I am super excited to be sitting down and filming this video for you guys today, because for the last few months, I've been thinking to myself that I would like to incorporate more videos on this channel where I sit down, I just chat about life lessons, about things that have been on my mind in a way that's less structured and less scripted than my typical videos. And at this point, probably like 95% of you are thinking, wait, those other videos are structured? Yeah, I know, it's a hot mess every day. Welcome to my life. But the idea with this is that it's gonna be more of just like a sit down, super casual chit chat with a friend. And I'm so excited about it. I'm so excited. And again, I'm excited. Particularly because we're all kind of, or most of us, the lucky ones among us, are stuck at home right now and maybe potentially starting to lose our minds from lack of social interaction. So for me to be able to sit down and feel like I'm having a conversation with essentially my reflection in the mirror, I don't know if that is the first sign of craziness, but I'm quite happy about it, and it makes me feel like I'm truly sitting down with an old friend, because you guys are watching and you're my internet friends. So today I thought that we could sit down and have a chit chat about fear. I know, great uplifting topic that we're bringing out today, but it's something that's really, I think goes without saying, been on my mind recently. It's something that has become a more apparent feature in our day-to-day lives. But the truth is, fear is always there. Fear is always there, and fear is always trying to run the show. So I think it was last week, and again, I have no concept of time right now at all. Days, weeks, hours, it means nothing to me. I've been in this house, I don't even know how long, 6, 8, 9, 10 years, who knows? But I think it was last week where things really started to get pretty overwhelming for me, and fear really was taken over, and fear was running the show for me. Look, it's a scary time right now. If you are fearful, if you have anxiety, if you are stressed, those are completely valid emotions, and you shouldn't try and feel any other way than the way that you feel. But fear is a tricky one, because fear can creep in and it really can start to take over and dictate to you on how you live your life and how you go about things. So for example, whenever that time was, maybe a week ago, I had really started to become afraid to leave the house. I mean, we shouldn't be leaving the house anyway, just for like no apparent reason. Did you hear that? We should be social distancing, we should be staying at home, but for instance, we do still need to go out into the world to buy food so that we can eat and live. We should still be trying to go outside for exercise, fresh air, vitamin D, all these good things that we need to be as healthy and happy as possible. But I had got to a point where I was too afraid to leave the house. I was just too scared. And it had been a grand total of 6 days, I think, since I'd left the apartment. Oh, we're running out of something. Memory, battery, I don't know, my camera's angry at me for something. Oh, okay, I said it before and I will say it again, technology hates me. And now I can't remember what I was rambling on about. Yeah, okay, so I had been in the apartment for a while. I was scared to leave the house, and I got a phone call from my mom one evening, and I just broke down, sobbing, hysterical, like all the emotions just came out, because all I wanted to do was go outside. All I wanted to do was just go for a walk. And I think this had just been brought on by the fact that she just said, hey, I just got back from a walk. And then all of a sudden, her daughter was just like sobbing down the phone at her, like, I would like to go for a walk too. Just like full crazy insanity. And the next day, I woke up and I was like, no. I suddenly had this realization of what had happened, because I wasn't consciously thinking, I'm too afraid to go outside. I was just thinking, oh, I could go outside. No, I think I'll just stay and I'll wait and I'll go grocery shopping tomorrow. Oh, I'll go tomorrow, I'll go tomorrow. I wasn't consciously aware of the fear, but the fear was there. And every single day that I wasn't going outside, the fear was growing, and it was really like taking root and becoming more powerful. So the next morning I woke up and it was like the clouds had parted, and I became suddenly very aware that the reason I wasn't going out wasn't because, oh, I just didn't feel like it, oh, it was just too hot for me to go grocery shopping, or whatever other BS reasons I was giving myself. The real reason was because I was afraid, and I was letting fear run the show. And I've touched on this in several other videos. One of my biggest mantras of life, I mean, I don't have it as a mantra, maybe I should put it into a mantra, but the basic concept is like, don't let fear run your life. And that's exactly what I was doing. I felt like such a fraud, and I was ashamed of myself. So that very day, I got my shoes on, I went for a walk for 45 minutes. It was 31 degrees Celsius outside. It was like 11 o'clock, nearing midday. Very, very hot. Not the best time to go for a walk. No sane person was out for a leisurely walk at that time, but I did it anyway. Came back a little bit dehydrated, but faced my fear. And since then, guess what? If we run out of bread, I'm not afraid to go to the shop and get it, because now I have faced my fear. I promise this is going somewhere. This seems like the most boring and irrelevant story that I'm telling you right now, but it has a bigger meaning that we're about to circle back to, which is, this applies in a very, I think, more obvious and apparent way right now, because fear is at large, and it makes it a lot more apparent and obvious how fear, when it gets in, when it takes root, can change the way that you think and feel. And we see people like running out and like filling up rooms of their houses with toilet paper. Don't know what that's about, kind of weird, but like that's out of fear. So in a time like this, fear becomes very apparent, and it's very obvious to see how it affects your thinking and your actions. But even aside from this, step back and realize, acknowledge, and accept that even outside of a pandemic, in day-to-day life when things are going well, fear has the potential to sneak in, to take hold, and to control the decisions and the choices that you make. Whether you are in a job that you hate and you're too afraid to leave, or a relationship that you know is not really going to work out, but you're too afraid to walk away and be by yourself. Whether you want to take a chance on this really great business idea that you have, but you're afraid to fall flat on your face. Fear can creep in at any time without you realizing. And I guess my whole crazy breakdown on the phone with my mom is kind of a metaphor for fear at large, and how it can really get in there without you realizing and start to take hold. I hope this isn't too, like, I don't know, deep, weird, irrelevant, stupid. I found myself narrating my life a lot recently. I do that in my head. Does anybody else do that? Like, I literally go about my life and I'm like, as if Morgan Freeman lives in my brain and he's narrating my life. And I've been having a lot of like deep introspective moments, and this was one of them. Just this idea of how fear can whim its way in without you really realizing, until you haven't left the house in 6 days. But the real takeaway I would love to have from this is, don't let fear run the show. Whether it's right now in the midst of something that is scary, and you have a right to feel fear and anxiety, that's fine, but don't let the fear take control and dictate to you how you should live your life. And even outside of this, when all of this is done and the dust is settled and normal life is back, be aware of why you are doing the things that you are doing. Are you doing those things because it's what you love and you're passionate about and you want to do, or are you doing it because fear is telling you that you should? Maybe I've been in social isolation for too long and I feel like I'm some kind of life guru now. I'm not. I'm definitely not. If anyone's gonna be a life guru, I don't think it's gonna be me. But that was the big life lesson that I took away from my own personal self. And so I wanted to share it with you guys. But I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope you took something from it, even if it was just to like while away like some time out of your day. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, you are welcome to give it a thumbs down. That's fine. If you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe. I put out new videos every Tuesday and Saturday about living your best life. They're not all like this. I hope you all have a beautiful day. Remember that I love you all so much, and I will see you soon. Bye.